Hi, I'm Hazel, and this is a guide to the Kel'Thuzad fight in the Sanctum of Domination on normal and heroic difficulty. He'll spam Ice Shard at his tank, nothing to really worry about there. More concerning for tanks is Soul Fracture. He pops 3 adds out of his tank and leaves 3 stacks of a debuff. That debuff will make you very squishy, so the other tank should taunt. To get rid of Soul Exhaustion, first the adds need to die, and then the tank needs to go touch the dead adds to clear their debuff stacks. If Soul Exhaustion times out before it's cleared, the tank dies. While the adds are up, they're spamming Piercing Wail, which you should kick if you can. Oblivion's Echo puts a big ring on a few players which silences and pacifies all players and adds inside it. When it falls off, it drops a Field of Silence and summons a Fixating Skeleton add. You can move that ring on top of adds to stop their Wail cast, but keep it clear of other players. The skeletons should be kited, CC'd, and killed. Glacial Wrath will put swirls under players that summon Glacial Spikes. Move away from the swirls. Once they're up, the Glacial Spikes will lose health and explode for raid damage when they die. You want to DPS them unevenly to kind of help stagger out those explosions so the healers can catch up. Get the first one down ASAP, finish the second one once the raid is safe, and then let the third one take down on its own. Frost Blast targets a player with a big meteor ring of ice that divides damage among players in it. Everyone hit will get rooted with frozen binds. If it's on you and you have an immunity, feel free to run out and solo it. Otherwise, you need a group of people to stack in it to split damage and then get dispelled out of the roots. If you have a mass dispel, that helps a lot. Dark Evocation will resurrect skeleton adds. You can kite and kill them again. It will also res and mind control any dead players, so my advice to you is to not die. When he runs out of mana, KT will cast Howling Blizzard, spawning icicles that spread ice patches outwards over time. Find a safe gap between ice and wait it out. When you deplete the boss's health, the Phylactery opens and Phase 2 begins. A small group of players will need to run into this big green swirl and use an extra action button to enter the Phylactery. Inside, they need to take a third of the health off the Remnant of Kel'Thuzad to stop the Necrotic Destruction cast and end the phase. While inside, Sinister Miasma is stacking up damage on you, so you gotta be quick. The Remnant does a frontal line attack to dodge and spawns swirls on the ground to move out of. When you've taken off a third of its health, it starts casting Undying Wrath and you need to get out of there through the portal. Up top, there are a variety of adds to deal with. The Abominations will aim line attacks at random players, watch out for those and sidestep. The Banshees will cast, so use interrupts to help group them up and stop that. After the phase ends, KT is revived to do it all again. Each time he's juiced back up, he gets a stack of Necrotic Surge. He'll do 5% more damage, and one more player will get the Oblivion's Echo Silence Ring and Glacial Wrath Spikes per stack. Once the third Phylactery phase is over and the Remnant of Kel'Thuzad is gone, you're into the final showdown. Ice patches will continually spawn and last for the rest of the fight. The adds from the Phylactery phase will continue to spawn, and any players that die are mind controlled. The Frost Blast shared hit keeps happening, so just stay together and use whatever you have left to finish the fight. On normal, that's it. On heroic, there's a whole list of upgrades to spice things up. The Glacial Spikes will now stack up a 10-second dot on the raid when they explode. You want to let that fall off before you kill another spike so you don't refresh and stack up the debuff. After getting reset by his Phylactery, KT will buff any remaining adds on the ground, so try to get those low before the end of the phase. Careful though, since on heroic, Undying now means that if you kill the adds before the phase turns, they will res after 10 seconds and get back to it. To recap, the Phylactery phase ends after the down group takes 33% of the Remnant's health off. You want to get the adds low before that and then kill them after. Up top, Banshee's Cry from the caster add gets stronger every time it goes off, making it more important to interrupt and lock it down, and Sinister Miasma will be present for all of Phase 3 up top on heroic, making the healing requirement even tougher. Finally, Soul Marked prevents you from doing a down phase again if you've already been, so the raid will need to cycle different groups for each of the 3 Phylactery phases. And that is Kel'Thuzad in the Sanctum of Domination. Thanks for watching. I've got more guides like this if you like, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.